the savage tribe. New takes weekly, unfiltered and raw. Isaac's voice, the memer's law.
The golden age of America begins right now.
Let's go.
Alrighty. Welcome everybody back to another episode of the Golden Age Podcast, episode 13. I am welcomed here with our good panel of guests. We got, as you can see, Vagabond. I don't know if he's here at the moment.
Oh,
Right
my
there.
bad.
How you doing? Like you said, you're on CPT. So how you doing, man?
All right. Sorry, I was giving my cat some water. But yeah, just got home. Other than that, just been staying up watching these events with YoPops.
Oh yeah, we'll be talking about that, man. We got his stream ready. How you doing, Jeff? Thanks for joining us last minute. We appreciate you.
Yeah, no, I'm doing good. Thanks for having me on. It was definitely interesting Saturday night watching all of YoPops stream. I mean, I think we watched it for 6 hours.
Yeah,
6-7 hours into the night. I was like, I was gonna go to bed early. No, YoPops is streaming, so not gonna happen. But Corn Boy, how you doing? Thanks for being here every week.
Oh, great. You know, the Switch 2 dropped, was having fun playing Mario Kart with Geeks and Gamers, getting called out by Beardo the whole time. And then these riots started and they stopped playing. And I'm like, well, thanks.
Cobra Cast is takeover. That takes priority right now. And
Yeah.
shout out, you know, we got to take a moment. Shout out to the 199 as a whole for giving YoPops that bump. You know, YoPops is a big friend of the channel, friend of all of ours, and it's pretty great to see. So before we get into it, let's catch up with the chat real quick. We got Just JK, we got Alex, we got Cornboy as always, we got Jeff. We appreciate you, Jeff. We got Erwin's New Potato, and I know we have Jake and Wayfarer up here. So I know we're gonna give people a moment to trickle in and get going here. But before we do, let's start out as we always do with some funny memes and some little clips to ease us into it. And
there's Chell.
As always, the Babylon Bee. Yeah, Chell, how you doing, man? Good to see you. So I know we all like the Babylon Bee. So I think this is a pretty good headline. Trump responds to mostly peaceful protests with mostly peaceful military. So I think that's a perfect response. Don't you guys remember those mostly peaceful protests back in 2020, right? Those very peaceful.
Yes, fiery but peaceful.
Yep.
Yeah, I forgot. Fiery but peaceful, yeah.
I was actually watching the Nooner, Nerdrotic Nooner earlier. You pull up a CNN clip. I don't know if you got it in there, but they said Trump sent military to these peaceful protesters, and they have a video of a car on fire.
They're just having a good time watching cars on fire. That's all.
Yep.
So absolutely crazy. And I think it's breaking the narrative. We finally have free speech on some of these sites like X, and the information is getting out there. And let's see, we have a couple more clips. This is totally irrelevant. This was shared with me. Someone did suggest that I put this on the show. We may or may not be able to listen to the whole thing. But this is good old Tim Dillon. I think you guys know he's a pretty well-known comedian out there. I have no idea the context of this whatsoever. Don't ask. I don't know. But let's see what he has to say. We're talking about the military-industrial complex.
Happy Pride from the National Security State, bitch! I'm gay for the CIA! Lockheed, DynCorp, Raytheon. Women are running the military-industrial complex now. The future is female, bitch! Murder is not a straight white male space anymore! I made this thermos out of a butt plug! I love my country and I love cock!
Okay, so that is Tim Dillon, who I think we know has a history of being a little bit in the Rainbow Brigade, allegedly. So, had to share that. It
almost
was
as much as Dermy.
Yeah, that's maybe not as much. Yeah, but and then this is from Donald Trump Jr. himself. This is everybody rioting until the roof starts speaking Korean. Yeah, I think we all have a fellow appreciation for the roof Koreans out there.
That's what I told YoPops during his stream several times. Like, you should have been scoping out the rooftops, man. You never know.
I know. You know, it's Hope it doesn't get to that point, but man, those people on the ground they're stoking the fire, shall we say, and it's
Many
looking
fires, yes.
yeah,
That's
quite
crazy.
literally. So it's looking suspicious, and I think a lot of us can agree. We believe in legal citizenship. We think you need to come here the right way if you're going to do it at all, and be.
Not me, man.
I know. Well, we'll be getting into that. I'm
We
just
need to
saying.
grow from within. We need
I-
to teach ourselves how to grow ourselves again.
But I'm saying in terms of our priority, natural Americans, like you said, need to be put first over. If you're going to be here, don't fly a foreign flag. Essentially, is what I'm
Yeah.
getting at. We should not be doing that. Don't
Yeah.
have a leave to a foreign country.
Yeah, because I've been my trips to Mexico a lot, and if they did that down there, it wouldn't fly. Matter of fact, there's border patrol in Mexico. I go all the time. I'm originally from San Diego, so traveling to Mexico and back to San Diego is like, is like normal down there. But like when you go down there, they're searching you. You got making sure you're not bringing guns from the United States or even
Right.
drugs from the United States. I know they legalize marijuana, but other than that, it's like, hey, if you fly American flag in Mexico, no one down there would be taking
Right.
that seriously. And you can
What would
also
happen
get
if you
deported.
burned a Mexican flag in Mexico? What would they do with
Well,
you?
even they would fight you for it. I had one of the schools I went to on my second high school, we had a riot because black guys stepped on a Mexican flag, so it was black
Really?
versus Mexican, and
Damn.
like
Little
but
touchy.
yeah, but other than that, it's like you're on this soil, you're coming here to make your life better and everything, and then it's really disrespectful if you're going to fly another flag claiming that you want to be here.
It is. I think that's perfectly said. And we have this clip from Cat Williams, of all people. We have this fantastic clip posted by Leonardo Jonet, the famous comedian on X. And we're going to play this clip. And I think this sums up what you said perfectly. Let's see what Cat has to say. Can I full screen this? I think I can. Here we go. Let's check this out. So the dude in the crowd said this is Mexico. And I don't think so.
No, this ain't Mexico. It used to be Mexico, mother. And now it's Phoenix.
Now it's Phoenix.
I bet you don't leave here and go to Mexico, mother. Motherfuckers think they can live in this country and then still be allegiance to another fucking country. If you love Mexico, get the over there. Oh, say, can you see?
And the crowd just carries it on. Look at that guy.
He is not amused.
Nope. Putting the eagle over. I think that's pretty awesome. So kudos to Cat over there, man.
Cat's seen it all, apparently. I love watching his clips.
Some funny stuff. I totally agree. So I think that sums it up perfectly. Yeah, I agree, Alex. Don't come to an American show and be dissing on America, So one more funny thing before we get into the little more serious topics. Let's see if I can share the screen.
Shout out to John Ambler in the chat. Welcome.
Shout out.
Hey,
We
yeah.
appreciate you, man, as always. Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. So we got this clip someone obviously made with AI. And let's see what it has to be. We've seen the famous clip now of the guy on the motorbike waving the Mexican flag around the burning car, but our president, the GOAT himself, had something to say about that. So I think that's pretty cool. I need to learn how to use that AI. But man, look at that. I wish that happened. Crazy when you think of it. That guy,
What? That's
burning
not real?
cars.
Are you kidding me?
I mean, I guess haters will say it's AI. So
Haters will say it's fake.
shocking.
I choose to believe.
I choose to believe. And one more thing, and then I'm going to get you guys' opinion on these subjects. This was from the Department of Homeland Security official page today, DHS.gov. 2.5 million. So this one particular guy, men swear, openly admitted on X This guy, and so this man is reporting on it. A particular well-known guy reported, "I'm an illegal alien," and this is how Homeland Security responded with a GIF.
Yeah.
The fact that we have people like that in our government now who are meme savvy, I think that's just an absolutely awesome thing. It's so cool, using the old Spy Kids meme, zooming in. I
What
think
was
it's
that
pretty
I saw in the news that some representative or something admitted that they were an illegal, maybe in like Minnesota or something up there?
Yeah, state rep in Minnesota said, she said, "I'm here illegally." So
Deport.
Not for long.
great. Send Tom Holman up to Mexico. So let's see. We're all talking about the current news going on, and our
Ronan.
man Pops. What's up, Ronan? Good to see you. We have.
Diz.
Where's Diz? Oh, there's Diz. Okay,
Hey, Diz.
nice to see you. Yeah, I totally agree, man. We got to get him out. We're going to give a shout out to YoPops. We have the link to his channel in the description. If you guys know YoPops, he's been on here many times. He is a friend of the channel, friend of all of ours, and he's a YouTuber. He's a member
He's
of the
been out there doing yeoman's work, getting the actual on the ground footage, and I'm loving it.
He is putting his neck out there for all of us to have the information. We're going to show you that in a second. He was at a few hundred subs at the beginning of this week, and
Yeah, I think like 400.
3,240.
Yeah.
Yeah. He gained like 3,000 in a day, and it's fantastic. Rightfully so. Look at this. On a day ago, he had the stream. It got 110,000 views. We're gonna click on this big one for a second. And leave it muted just in case. Look at he's
Close to 9-hour stream.
Yeah, this man
out
was
there
out
just
there.
grinding.
Look at this stuff. Absolutely crazy. All of us here were watching this live as it was happening, just glued to the screen. He's out there getting the on-the-ground footage.
Yeah.
I think
Very good, man.
this is crazy. This is what we need, and this is what we mean when we say we are the media now. Just regular guys like this. He's going out non-biased, just showing what's going on. Look at the madness. It's like a war zone out there in LA. And so shout out to YoPops, man. Well deserved. You deserve it. We are very happy about this. I think I speak for myself.
That was
when
before
I say,
police cars started getting
yeah,
destroyed yesterday.
big time. I mean, now we've got that footage now. And let's back out of this real quick. But shout out, he is live right now, I believe, still. He said it's
no.
perfectly fine to show the stream on. Okay, he's blanked out right now.
Yeah, because like
he's out there.
areas.
Probably swapping batteries.
Yeah, he's been out there. So, guys, definitely check him out if you want some good live on the ground footage of all the chaos in LA right now. So, definitely check him out. We have the link in the description. So, one more thing. Let's see. I'm trying to pull this up. Want to make sure we get the footage. There's a lot of crazy stuff happening out there. I'm sorry. I'm getting my tabs a little mixed up. So you guys know that the mostly peaceful protesters, they're very nice, lovely people, aren't they? They never do anything unclassy or uncivil. So during the recent, what they want to call protests, what many of us might call riots, they had a piñata shaped like a certain leader of ours, and look what they did to this. So civilized, such loving people they are. Look at them.
Those are a big seller on the east side of my town.
I'm sure. But I mean, imagine if the shoe was on the other foot and that was another party candidate. These people would be locked up fairly immediately. I'm quite sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, but nobody's going to the middle of the country in Texas to buy his burger either.
No, this is very true. And lots of madness going on. They're taking over the streets. They're just they're flying their flags. They're not loving the country they're in at the moment. They're being very ungrateful and very hostile towards American values. Yeah, and just JK got it perfectly right. If the shoe was on the other foot, if it was the other way around, it would be deemed racist. So.
Oh yeah, I've never seen any humanoid piñata besides Trump actually in the last 10 years.
Not whatsoever. No, I haven't seen it. And it is what it is. It's crazy, and I hope they get it under control. As we can see, we have footage of, let me pull up this footage of the Marines have been sent into LA. If I can pull this up, I don't know where that tab is, but yeah, there's been
Yes.
700. Yeah, what was it? 700. Yep, we've got it.
Yeah, some reports were saying 5, but I think it's 700. They're coming from usually.
And we have our guest, Iron Oxide. How you doing, man? Good to see you.
Hey, dude. Sorry,
Hey.
running into some technical difficulties as
No worries.
expected. You know, California is right next door and it's burning down, so I'm pretty sure that contributed to the internet issues.
Little bit of interference. Yeah, man, we've been talking about it.
Right.
California is they are in a load of mess right now, and we're going to be getting into that because it is crazy out there.
They're having
Crazy
problems.
stuff.
Something needs to happen there.
thankfully, yeah.
Hey, I'm
So-
from there.
Right. Hey, we're not saying they're all bad, but
Right.
right now they're not doing a good job on their own reputation. So I would like to get you guys' opinion on this. I think this is good news. If anything, there needs to be more. Full battalion of 700 Marines being deployed to Los Angeles as protests continue. And they say protests, but it has escalated beyond this. There's
It's
been
not.
lots of violence. It's not. It's vandalism. It's rioting at this point. So as of today, another 200 Marines with the 2nd Battalion, 7th Marines, 1st Marine Division, based out of 29 Palms in California, have been added to the account, making 700 Marines that will roughly join 2,000 California National Guard troops stationed in LA over the weekend. So
I think we
they're
need
going
to
out
send the
full force.
Texas boys in there next.
I think you're right. Get Border Patrol out there, the
Mhm.
guys on horseback. You know, they need to get this under control quick because, as we can see, there's madness going on. We're going to show a couple clips of what I mean by that. You know, we have. Let me pull this tab up. I will. Not sure if YouTube's going to like it, but it is what it is. You know, there's crazy, suspicious things going on. There is suspiciously.
Pallets of
Hmm.
cinder blocks. How
Wow.
ironic.
Who bought those and put them there?
Well, here's
That's
And
the
my
big
why aren't
question,
they
isn't it?
charged?
because we saw the same
Mhm.
thing when the Georgia and Atlanta, they were building the
Yep.
facility to train firefighters, police officers, any emergency agency personnel.
that thing. Yep, I remember that.
And
What was
so
what they call that? Cop Town or something?
yeah, well, they call it Police City or Cop
Yes.
City. So basically, but everyone who got arrested was not even from Georgia. They're
Of
from
course.
they were all from Portland, Oregon.
See, that's why the third
Right.
and fourth day of this is getting so wild because it took them a day or two to get there.
Absolutely.
And as someone who grew up in Southern California, I personally think I don't even think it's actual Californians. There's a lot of Southern Californians trained to be leftists through the school system.
Right.
Like I used to be a raging leftist back in the day, but that's a whole nother story. But the problem is like, the root of the problem in schools is that the school system there teaches you that capitalism is bad, and they don't really teach you the actual meaning of capitalism. Because look,
No.
we're not even a capitalist society. We have elements from it, but since our governments and everything we do, one, we're not even a democracy; we're a republic.
No,
And
Exactly right.
So we're in the school system. They misconstrued like all these definitions, and and the way they teach like socialism and communism is that they have a monopoly on caring for other people. Besides, we know that it doesn't work or whatever, but they believe everyone that doesn't believe the same thing as them is an issue. So they become so delusional that even with facts in front of their face, they're not willing to listen to them or like ignore them. Sorry, my dog's in the background.
No, don't worry about that. Oh, so you're saying it's a total form of brainwashing out there? It really is.
Yeah.
It's total indoctrination.
yeah, and they're blaming capitalism when really the problem is crony capitalism. People getting
Right.
rich off of each other and then using their political connections to keep the rest of us down and keep themselves and their friends up.
It's very funny that you mentioned that because we have some interesting information that was sent to me here, and I'd like to get your opinions on this. It says, let me zoom in, California riot is a funded operation. Wow, shocking news, huh? Ads on Craigslist paying people between $6,500 and $12,500 a week for being a, quote, tough badass in LA. You just can't make this stuff up. Who has money like that to spend on protests and riots, let alone anything for a
I
week's
thought
worth
we
of
cut
work?
off that funding. Where's it coming from now?
All right,
don't
real
know.
question. Like, if you're presented with that much money, would you just go out there and fuck around for a few hours just to get a paycheck?
I mean, man,
think about it.
depending where
Hey,
someone's at,
it's
tempting.
fucking cold. It's fucking cold out here. We got, we need. this-
Well, I mean, when you think of it,
Show these ads to all the homeless in
It's
those
like,
areas. They can
oh.
make a quick buck. I mean,
Right, it's
Couple
like you're
grand a
gonna be
day.
whispering, like you're yelling at the ICE officers. By the way, I love everything you're doing. Keep it up.
Yeah,
Fuck
exactly.
you, pig.
It's like,
Don't
dude,
agree with any of these statements. I just need fucking, some
Yeah.
rent money.
yeah,
Yeah.
I will throw the brick. I'll throw the brick a few feet off. Don't worry. Don't shoot
Right.
me. Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
but so a lot of people in those areas are low income, so that money would be always enticing. Like,
That's
for
the
instance,
thing.
all the Mexicans marching in that area will celebrate Cesar Chavez, who did
It's crazy.
in Southern California a lot for like rights for Hispanics and Mexicans in that area.
well,
But
they knew how to
he-
protest back then. They
But
don't
at the
really
same
anymore.
time, Cesar Chavez was also against illegal immigration
Mhm.
and didn't like Mexicans sneaking over. And that's the ironic part, because you got like the people like the Brown Berets and stuff.
Right.
They got this
Right,
area in
right.
San Diego called
Let's
Chicano
talk
Park.
about how he felt about the gays too while we're at it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, so that's the other thing. Southern California now, it's mostly everyone I knew moved out of California, and it's a lot of people that are from actually Oregon and Nagernal's part of town, New York, and they
New
moved
York,
there
yeah.
like, hey, we want to be in Hollywood or San Diego, got some nice weather, and they kind of overtook the locals because like San Diego and LA are military towns, and it's
Yeah.
all remnants of Wild Wild West culture and in-gang culture and mining for the gold rush and stuff. Used to be proud of it. Now all that stuff is looked down upon, and so
Thanks, Reagan.
real
You
American
really
culture.
screwed your own
Yeah.
state.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, and honestly though, you can't put it on Ron. He was just he was out of his shit by that point. It was his
Yeah,
fucking
he had already
wife.
gotten his warning
Nancy
shot.
Reagan fucking auto-pinned that shit into existence. She started it. She was doing the auto-pin before it was cool.
Mhm.
That's true. That's true. And man, I tell you, I'm not a Republican. I'm an independent. But we
Just
talked about
say
Reagan a
no,
lot.
remember, kids. Just say
he
no.
was a-
Right.
He was a patriot in a lot of ways. There is that.
Yeah.
But man, we talk about no fault divorce. We talk
Until they
about the mental
forced
asylums.
the Bush
we talk
family
about
on him.
the
Mhm.
machine gun bans he did. Man, I don't like that.
Mhm.
I don't like that. So.
No. I'm in the same boat, dude. I'm pretty much like kind of an anarchist, capitalist, somewhere in there. Like I just hate everything, and I didn't change.
The parties are pretty
Everything else
disappointing.
changed around me. Do you think I want to be lumped in with conservatives? The fucking no, not at all.
You don't want
Well,
to. You
that's-
don't want to
that's
invade.
like
You don't want to
the,
invade the whole planet and go warmonger all around. You don't like that.
Right.
That's why I'm not
Right.
defending Elon or anything, but he had that poll, and 80% of his polls said, "Yeah, I don't want to be part of either of these parties," and I pretty much agree. But there's one thing I will never vote for is a Democrat ever.
Right. And I mean, look at the conservative fucking movement right now. It consists of Donald Trump, former Democrat,
Absolutely. yes.
Tulsi Gabbard, Elon Musk, RFK, all of that. None of them are fucking staunch, shitty ass conservative Republicans at all.
Nope.
Mhm.
Like, it's really just the center versus insanity.
I was hoping the MAGA takeover of the Republican Party would have, completed by now,
Normalized
but they
things.
got a lot of holdouts,
Mhm.
with the way our system has been set up for them over the past 100 years. or
Right.
so.
Right, and that's the problem because of actual conservative Republicans. They're not our friends either.
The rhinos.
Okay.
Yeah, the rhinos. in the
Neocons
party,
Yeah.
is
the old
the snake in the
neocons.
grass.
Exactly.
Mm.
Exactly. They're awful. They're the reason why the big beautiful bill had to keep fucking we're just going to negotiate and put this in. And then we fucking lost Elon and Trump.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
They just
here's
keep
the
having to
problem.
pick at it, and they can't. They
Yeah.
don't know when enough is enough. Exactly.
Mhm.
Yeah.
No.
No one's on your side unless they're full on Constitution. It's either the Constitution or nothing else.
Right.
And anyone that's like, I know, like I'm the libertarian of this group, but so like all that like government and all your laws and stuff telling you what to build and what to do and all that, like if anyone's voting on anything to lose any of your rights and give them more power, they're always going to be your enemy. They're not fully on your side. And there's like and until they're like, okay, I don't care what law you're trying to bring in, if it's has unconstitutional or is it not, and that's all they should be
I
doing.
totally agree.
Mhm.
That is the litmus test that the founders set up. If it violates the Constitution, it's not a law.
Yep.
It's not a law at that point.
Yeah, and they gave us a
irrelevant.
framework,
And-
and we've steadily just thrown it away over the past
Right.
250
Pretty
years.
much. Pretty much. America died with the Patriot Act.
Absolutely, absolutely. We lost all of our rights of sovereignty. at that
Was
point.
because
Yeah.
of an event that many deemed suspiciously
An event.
perpetrated by the government at the time.
Mr. President,
Right.
second tower's been hit. I know.
Yeah,
Wait,
I know.
Dude, we've only been on.
It's been a
I've only
bit
been
late.
on here a few minutes, and we're already all on FBI watch lists.
Absolutely. Oh, if you haven't been on there yet, I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Jeff makes a good point. I was waiting for Bush to be like, "Oh, that was supposed to be 5 minutes ago. That they arrived late." Yeah,
Why
But
was the
it's-
second
it's
one late,
right.
guys?
crazy times, man. I'm gonna pull this up real quick. This is a
Once
pretty big development.
vagabonds started talking about fucking libertarian ideals, they're like, "Oh my god, a black man saying this shit? Watch."
Oh yeah, I mean, man, are they gonna call him a race traitor and an Uncle Tom next? Probably. I mean,
Mhm.
they have.
Oh, that already happened today on Facebook. So
I bet.
Like, damn it, those Democrats
Oh my
let you
gosh.
off the plantation, but you weren't supposed to go all the way over to the other side.
Yeah, what the heck, man? This is crazy. We were talking about neocons and the rhinos and the old right, the old
Mhm.
establishment Republicans and stuff. And, it is what it is. I believe you drink the soup, spit out the bones, take the good from the bad, that type of stuff. And I do like many aspects of Matt Walsh. I think on some different social things, we know he has some bad takes on pop culture. That's a fact. That's absolutely a fact.
Mhm.
But this
Yeah,
is
he's a
pretty
fucking
breaking
dork.
news. He
Pretty
knows
much.
nothing about pop culture at all.
I mean-
he, whatsoever. But it's interesting because a
He's
lot of
in a
these guys,
bubble.
a lot of these guys are very pro legal immigration. And Charlie Kirk and Matt Walsh have called for a total immigration moratorium following the Mexican LA riots. So I kind of agree with this. Let me get the feel of the panel. I kind of agree. We need to put a total hold for a temporary time on allowing anybody into the country. I think we need to
I
freeze
mean,
it
that's
up.
the only thing I thought Elon was wrong about. He wanted to just replace the people coming over for the south border with people coming from Asia.
Pretty
Yeah,
much.
And,
Yeah, the H-1B.
I don't agree with
fiasco,
that either.
The H-1B fiasco.
I'm gonna go a little fucking hardcore here. I'm just saying, like, at this point, because the Mexican president, she endorsed this behavior.
Mhm.
That's
Absolutely.
a declaration of war.
Mhm.
Pretty much. Yeah, I said that earlier
Hey,
today.
guess
Sounds
what?
to me like a declaration of war.
Here come the colonists. Are you ready?
You lost half of your country once already. I mean,
we don't want Canada as a 51st state. No. Mexico, beachfront property, we've got, no, come on. Take it.
Tijuana,
Why
51st
not?
state.
They would be happier.
let me run Tijuana though.
Yes.
Vagabond's going to be the governor of Tijuana, 51st state. You're going to do
No,
that?
I think we should start drone attacking all of the cartels, wipe them out.
absolutely. Yep.
Men, women, and children, everybody in the houses. It's collateral damage. Don't care.
Anakin
Gone.
Skywalker, Tusken
Gone.
Raider style. Yeah.
Yes, drop off the fucking flyers. Hey, this is what's going to happen. Guess what? Boom, it's happening right now. Get the fuck out or you're gone. And then we come in and guess what? We're going to reestablish the entire economy of Mexico, make it a fucking state, make it sustainable, and it'll be good for fucking everybody.
Yeah, because they're totally strangleheld by the Mexican government right now. It
Yep.
is the cartels that own that nation, 100%.
Yep.
So
Mhm.
I think you make a good point. Instead of the cartels, why not us? Why not us? We are a
Yep.
better option.
And with the
100% right.
background of the current president, I'm sure she's in league with them too.
She is a
Mhm.
globalist through and through. She has all of the
Oh, yeah.
connections. everything. We
Oh,
think
yeah.
there's, you talk about how she got elected. There's some 2020 vibes there. Let's just say that, for YouTube.
Oh yeah.
Looks like they did a little bit of borrowing, shall we say. So good to
Yes.
see a nerd slap, no big deal. Yeah, I agree with Hook. Yeah, free rednecks, no tags, no limit. Yeah. No
Honestly,
bag.
I think just really give it time. Okay, I know people that actually live in Mexico as well too. I
Mhm.
don't think any of them actually like their president.
Probably
So
not. No.
I think they would. So they'll see two things. Like they'll see shit go. They'll see the whole country start going to shit for different problems or problems not getting solved. After she runs her course, there's someone to be like, because right now South America has been different areas like, Argentina, Salvador, and other areas are like, hey, we don't need to listen to these guys anymore. They elect someone finally that can make a change. Like for us, we got Donald Trump.
Right.
Argentina got Javier Milei. I can't pronounce the guy's name in Salvador.
Bukele in El Salvador. Yeah,
Bukele.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think eventually there will be a leader in Mexico eventually that's like, hey, I'm tired of living through this nonsense. Let's course correct. And I don't think we have anything to worry about. But what I would do is like, okay, if you're saying to do protests and stuff in the United States, well, we're just going to take care of the cartel problem for you and we'll write a treaty right after.
Right.
I think that's a possibility.
I mean, that's the thing, man. I mean, the fact that she's signing off on this kind of behavior is it really is an act of fucking war. Like she has declared something against the best interests of the United States.
Yeah.
Mhm.
She's
That is-
endorsed the destruction of our property.
Yes.
Right.
She said, keep rioting. She said she was pushing
Right.
for it. Keep it up. That is, forget about the destruction of property, too. That is possibly putting lives of American citizens, police officers in danger, and she is fine with
100%.
that.
Well, because the
So-
Mexicans don't want those motherfuckers that left them either.
Right.
They
Right.
there's areas where they're really proud of being Mexican and stuff, and not a lot. Most of the guys crossing the border are not even Mexican. That's the other reason why
That's very
they
true.
don't want to go back to Mexico. They're from Salvador, Venezuela, and a bunch
That's
of
another
other
reason
places.
we need to take the canal back to
Mhm.
buffer the South
Now,
America from us too.
Like, how long are we gonna fucking tiptoe and fuck around with fucking Cuba and Mexico? It's like, okay, enough's enough. We own you now.
Yeah, we literally
Pretty
allow them
much.
to exist.
We do.
Just
It's
say,
by
we're
it's
done.
by our loving
We are
grace
done.
that they
Yeah.
are allowed to be here. Exactly.
Right. It's all this Canada talk. It's like, oh, fuck off with that. I don't care about that.
Let's get the ones that matter, the ones that have resources. too.
Right.
Come on. I mean,
Yeah, the
I know
snow
Canada does,
Mexicans
but come
can
on.
stay happy up there in their
Front
liberal
property.
utopia, and
Yeah.
who cares about them?
Let's open a Trump hotel down in friggin' Tijuana. Let's do that. I'm perfectly okay with that.
Mhm.
I want to hit this. This is from just today, breaking news. When was this posted? This was posted 1:36 today. There was a lot of sites going around that were doxing ICE agents, their homes, their families' addresses. That's absolute bullshit. That's unacceptable. You cannot do that. You have a right to privacy, and it's really not good. That's a death threat, essentially, putting people's private information out there. And breaking, a major victory just happened. The website called stopice.net, which was doxing the current locations of ICE agents, so not only their homes, but their current location too, keeping track of right where they're at, has been shut down. This could have led to ambushes or worse. Please inform Scott Pressler about any other things. And as you can see here, could not load the page. It's been shut down. So he mentions the point of ambushes. I think this is a good thing worth noting. If you are a group of ICE agents and you're in your vehicles and you're going to pursue some criminals, you really could be ambushed. You could be boxed in somewhere and totally gunned down and eliminated, So I tell you.
And I saw another account. It was like called LA Scanners or something like that. That got taken down, and it turns out he's a felon, and felons aren't supposed to have scanners. So
It's very true.
he might be in a whole heap of trouble.
It's always the case, isn't it? It's like
every single time.
The D-Gens will
fucking
D-Gen.
time. Right. You find out like the person, preaching the loudest about acceptance is also a child enthusiast. Oh,
course.
Every single time.
Yeah.
Every single time.
Every
It's
fucking
always,
time.
Of course.
It's always those lefties every single time. You
Right.
watch what's his name? The guy he hunts down the perverts on X. I forget his name. The big guy.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, that guy's awesome. He's always exposing that stuff. It's always the political activist too.
Yeah.
So I want to show you the guys.
I mean, there was that meme that Kyle Rittenhouse shot 3 times at a Democrat protest and hit two pedophiles and 1 wife beater. I mean,
what are the chances?
What are the chances?
What are the chances,
What
man?
are the chances of that? Yeah, you guys got it. Alex Rosen is his name. Check him out. Yeah, he's got some pretty good stuff, and Hook makes a point. So let's check out this clip of President Trump today being informed about LA.
Come and arrest him. Should he do it?
So he's saying here, Gavin Newsom, I like Gavin, we know him, but he's done a terrible job. But let's
Gavin Newsom, he's a nice guy, but he's grossly incompetent.
We're friends. He's a nice guy, but he's kind of a piece of shit.
And I'll arrest him if I need to.
Such a Trump thing. He's a nice guy, I like him, but he's a piece of shit. He ruined his state, and we're going to arrest him.
I mean, he might be committing treason. We're going to look at that.
I'd say
Elf.
might be.
Hey, horny elf.
How you doing, Elf? Good to see you. And yeah, that's very good.
Putting a flagpole over there. Under budget. I always do under budget.
Look at what he just said. A flag fell over there. We're under budget. Just he points that out randomly.
Under budget. I always do under budget. What time's over budget?
Points on.
We're putting a flagpole over there. Under budget.
Oh, we're putting a flagpole over there. Yeah. But still, that's so Trump. And I tell you, we're never going to have another president like him ever again in my lifetime.
No.
You know, with the enthusiasm, with the type of charisma that he has. So it's pretty cool. I want to see, what do we have next? I want to finish this up real quick. This is the Alex Soros. I believe that's his name. You know, we talk about this and man, suspicious friendship, shall we say. That's if you guys don't know, you know, that's George Soros' son. And that's the governor of California.
Partner of ex-Hillary aide Huma also.
Right,
Yeah,
right. And George Soros, who is in his, is it late 80s or early 90s?
Early 90s now.
Okay.
I believe.
Yes.
Yeah.
And look, this guy is in his fucking 20s.
I know.
Like, what's
well,
that
that's
about?
kind of
Come on.
suspicious. Yeah.
Right.
Son or grandson, who knows? Yeah. And Hook makes a great point here too.
Or is it a clone?
Twice as bad. Yeah. So we're going to look at these Craigslist ads. This is kind of tough to read here, but this is an actual ad in the LA area on Craigslist. And people say this was called a conspiracy theory for years. They always said, no, all these protests, all these riots, they're natural. People are furious in this country. They hate Trump. It's totally a naturally occurring thing. But no, people are receiving monetary gain. And as you can see here, compensation $6,500 to $12,500. We are forming a select team of the toughest dudes.
Damn.
Now, I just want to point out, they say the toughest dudes in all caps. Have you guys seen any tough dudes at these?
That's who they're paying $12,500 a week because they're few and far between on that side.
Do you actually see people that agree with this fucking mindset in real life? No, they're all only online or they're paid. Like you walk through a fucking grocery store, any inner city, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if they're black, white, Hispanic. You always get the nod when you like know that like somebody hears like a passing conversation, like, "Oh, you fuck with Trump?" Yeah, dude.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Everywhere, even
That
in the
is
deepest blue areas, it's everywhere.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You just gotta give the
And
yeah. You get.
I can tell you a personal story. I was at a grocery store back around election time.
I lost
there was
internet. Hold on.
there you go.
Here, no, you're right. During the election, I was at a grocery store and I saw an older gentleman with a MAGA hat on, and he was sitting down at the little, drinking area, whatever, like cafe at the grocery store. And I gave him a thumbs up and I said, "I like your hat." There was a girl, like, I don't know, my age, whatever, that walked by, and she literally just through seeing us interact, she said, "You guys are such pieces of shit. You disgust me." And she just walked off, made a whole little thing. It's like, we're not even talking to you. And just talking to
For one, mind your own business.
Pretty much. Yeah. It's It's crazy. So I wanted to pull this up.
Probably pale as a
Oh.
vampire too.
No, dude, I've got the hat. I don't have a MAGA hat, but I do have the hat with the it's Trump after the it's you messed after he got
Oh.
shot.
You missed.
Oh yeah, I remember when you got
And
that.
yeah, dude. And I was wearing it, and I went to the fucking liquor store, and a black dude he was like, "Hey yo, you fuck with Trump?" I was like, "Yeah, me too."
Yeah. Yeah,
Awesome.
Hell yeah.
exactly.
Yeah,
And
it's only like the
it's-
hippie areas that like they
Right.
ain't so angry.
And
everyone else outside
college
of that.
university campuses and
Oh,
all that.
that-
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't see the real rabid anti fucking American anti any of this in real life. It's so manufactured.
Yeah, because they're in bubbles on their little areas
Reddit.
and online,
It's
and when they
Redditors.
go out and face reality, it's a totally different story.
Right.
Yeah, Reddit, Blue Sky, The
Right.
View.
Oh,
Dude.
Bruce-
Oh my god. Don't get me started on fucking Cuban
that thing.
Americans.
There you go.
Yeah.
really?
Cuban Americans don't fuck around. You want to go to the best 4th of July party in your fucking life? Go to a Cuban's house.
Well, because they
It'll be
live through
like-
the
yeah.
bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
They
Right.
know
And they teach
communism
it to their
like
children
bulletproof,
too.
Right?
they
You-
ejaculate red, white, and blue. It is obscene.
You seen the
Hey. They've lived through communism. They saw that shit, and they know that
Yep.
we don't want to deal with that here
Mhm.
whatsoever.
Well,
They
some of
There's a-
them
not
did,
gonna
but
stand-
now their sons and daughters and grandsons and granddaughters are still based because
Mhm.
they kept that legend growing in their families
Yep.
and in their communities.
And that's
Did
where it
you
starts.
see,
It's from the parents
um,
and the communities.
Yeah.
there's a
People
there's
just
a
give it up
Cuban
that
guy in
Don't
They're not
don't
going to
let
teach it in
them
school.
don't let them be overwritten like most people's
Mhm.
children and grandchildren going through the system are these days.
there's a Cuban guy on YouTube. He has a whole channel like he's like trying everything American that he couldn't try in Cuba, and he's like, "Oh man, I love this country." Like he went
Yeah.
to a Cabela's for the first time, went to
Oh,
a
hell
shooting range. Like he's doing everything he can that's American,
Nice.
and like and that's his whole channel. He married like a white woman, and then like she just takes him throughout the whole United States to try different things. Oh, let's go to the fair and hey, try a deep fried pickle or whatever.
That's awesome.
Right on.
Mm-hmm.
He's living the dream. Yeah, Cabela's. You mentioned Cabela's, man. That's like
You can
Adult
deep
Toys
fry
R Us.
Twinkie?
What?
I know.
Yeah. Like I got Bass
Ice cream.
Pro. We have a whole road just dedicated. It's called Bass Road, bro, for Bass Pro Shop.
Damn.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, can't walk out of there without a couple handfuls of ammo too. I tell you that every single time.
Yeah.
We're gonna check out this guy. This is a Mexican dude. He's calling out the protesters in LA. He's kind of making a decent point here. You're in a country you don't want to leave and waving the Mexico flag. Let's see what he has to say.
So let me get this straight, just so I could clarify it. You don't want to go back to Mexico. You're protesting to stay away from Mexico, but you're waving the Mexican flag and you're
Exactly.
waving it with pride. You're waving it in the United States, the country you're trying to stay in, the country you don't want to leave, but yet you're waving the Mexican flag with pride.
Makes no sense.
Okay. That seems normal to you? That seems logical? That's not
I think
stupid
I've seen that meme.
at all? None of that's
No.
stupid. All right. You guys are an embarrassment to the Mexican culture.
Goddamn
I
right.
think he makes
Mhm.
a great point there.
Yeah.
And we need more.
I wouldn't
people
even
like
call
that.
him a Mexican American. He's just a Latino.
Yeah,
Well-
he's an
dude,
American at
no,
that
here's
point.
the thing, man.
Yeah.
You want to hear the most racist shit ever about illegals? Talk
Oh,
to a
yeah.
fucking American
Yes.
Hispanic. They
Yeah.
have zero shits to give.
Yeah,
They have
like
no chill whatsoever on that. You think they make stereotypes about white guys saying slurs about
Mhm.
Hispanics? Oh my gosh, talk to
Oh
like you said,
no.
these guys. It's stuff I can't even repeat
No.
on YouTube. Yeah, it
Right, you
is-
hear some shit, man. Like I was saying before, with the Cubans throw the best 4th of July parties. Yeah, they don't fuck around.
Well, I'll argue the Mexican Americans do the best Fourth of everything. There's a party and tequila all day and night, the music, and
They
then I'll
do
be
still
right
know
up
how
in
to
there.
party. I'll tell
Yeah.
you that.
But there's also a different. So, because I'm sure we've all seen the argument where it's like, oh, well, who's going to do the housing or who's going to build or who's going to do construction? you know, there's a such
Hopefully
thing as
people that know how to do it correctly. And yeah, Jeff,
Mhm.
you do it too.
yeah, but we got
We're out of
actual
the jobs.
legal Mexicans that are actually here. So there's a difference between illegal and legal. There's legal Mexicans here that know how to do the work, and at the same time, the only reason why they know how to do it fast is because once you do a trade job and you do it over and over again, you start picking up the habit faster and faster.
Yeah,
So any white
definitely.
dude or any normal American will be able to do it just as fast
Exactly.
once they get the hang of whatever trade it is.
And maybe more white dudes will start getting into that trade when the rates,
Yeah,
the pay gets a little better when all the Mexicans aren't undercutting the wages.
Or even some
That's
black
what it
dudes,
is.
even though
It's
I won't
about it's
hire them.
about cheap. It's about cheap labor.
Always has been.
You're getting what you paid for too.
Yep.
Absolutely. And you see, I'm not an inspector, but you see a lot of these videos of inspectors going around checking houses now and stuff.
Yeah.
The horror show of buying a modern house now. Stuff is not.
Right.
It's scary. The houses that are on the market right now that are being assembled so quickly. It's not good, man. It's not good. So
Yeah. Well, there was a company around here that just got just a couple of crews of Mexicans, and they mostly just do roofing. And they're putting shingles on when it was snowing out. It was like 10 degrees.
that's crazy.
How dumb can you be? But it's all insurance. They don't give a shit.
Exactly.
They're getting paid regardless. They don't have to come back and fix it because by the time it comes around when it starts leaking, they'll be gone.
Yeah, they won't even be here, so
Yeah.
they don't care. They got their paycheck and leave.
Mhm.
Right.
And Iron made a good point. You get what you pay for in
Yep.
that type of situation. And
Well, they're not getting what they pay for in Cali anymore
It's-
with that $30 minimum wage that they just passed, and now
No.
everybody's complaining about how expensive things all of a sudden got. Yeah, you get what you pay for.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I mean, just go to a restaurant and fucking try to order food, and it's like they bring out fucking you order scrambled eggs, and it's just a fucking egg white just been fucking whipped around. Like,
$10.
are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Well, of
It's,
course they know how
it's-
to cook. They're it's cheap illegal labor. Of course they know that bullshit. Stop
Yeah.
it.
It's crazy.
And people
And,
handling
they-
food, that should be more of a professional than just any random off the street. Now, you've seen a lot of people that are cooks in kitchens that should not be back there. They might make good food, but disgusting.
I totally agree. No standards whatsoever. You don't know what you're eating sometimes, and it makes you think, I kind of want to cook more of my own food. I don't know if I trust people.
There you go. I
much.
haven't had fast food in months, and I'm quite enjoying it.
Yes, it's nice. So I want to check in with YoPops one more time. He just ended his live stream 20 minutes ago. If you guys don't know, we talked about it earlier, but YoPops has gone viral. He gained a few thousand subs in a day. He's been supported by the 199. He had the stream go viral 2 nights ago. 110,000 views right now. Member of the GCA, and he is on the street documenting this stuff. So I want to see where we're real time news right now. He left it. This is about 20 minutes. Let's see the tail end of the stream, how things are looking. So as you can see, where he was at downtown LA, I mean, he was on the ground. I guess it was calm enough where he felt okay to get back home. But yeah,
The
nonetheless.
thing is, when I was watching, because I've been to all them areas that they're burning up, so
Right.
I'm just like, man, as long as you're not driving on the actual roads they're blocking, man, there's no traffic. I was like, that's the most amazing part to me.
It did scare plenty of people to stay home for the weekend.
Mhm.
Yeah, because like I went to E3 in 2017 and at the Staples Center, and the place I was staying up in LA, a 15-minute drive.
In 2017, you went to E3?
Yeah. I'll show you.
I was there too.
Oh, for real?
I was a manager at GameStop. Yeah, I got fucking free passes. and
Well,
shit.
okay, so I was there because I actually worked at the studio, and that was like our Disneyland. Hey, go take the day off and go up there and get paid while you go up there. So
Nice.
Because I worked at a video game company. Well, it went out of
So
business.
you're saying it didn't look like this back then at all?
No. Well, honestly, I grew up seeing you'll have signs in certain neighborhoods like if you cross the road, pay attention. You know how you got like deer sign on the East Coast, like
Right.
you got signs
Yep.
for like a family of people running across the freeway or whatever.
We have those in Texas as well. Yeah.
Yeah, but
That's crazy.
But I grew up going to Mexico. There's Mexicans that just stay there. They do fine, and I think a lot of this, besides the paid protesters, the Antifa people are folks from Oregon and New York. Sorry, Nagernal. So
It's true though. It's true though.
And then the other thing, a lot of them are fake. They're not even fully Mexican. A lot of them are Salvadorians. Like MS-13's a Salvadorian gang that were going in Black and Mexican neighborhoods.
Venezuelans too, Tren de Aragua.
Yeah, but like they look alike, so then they're gonna be like, they rather get deported to Mexico than it is back to further back to Venezuela or something like that. So they just
definitely can't go to El Salvador, and they'll end up in CCOT.
Yeah. So, but the best thing for them to do is to claim that they're Mexican. Like Mexicans who came here legitly hate all these motherfuckers that are out here.
It's true. Yeah. And
No doubt.
you know, just like that guy we played on the clip, he's furious. He said, if you fly that flag, you should go back to where you came from. And this is a live feed right now as we speak, actually, of downtown LA. Look at, they're flying their flags. Look at that dude right there with his Mexican flag. I think, is that Argentina in the middle? Is that the blue and white?
Blue and white? I don't know.
El Salvador,
It might be Salvador.
Oh,
Might be. But I definitely recognize the Mexican flags, and look at the police line right there. So this is a live feed, and
kind of thin on the line.
So that's the Salvador flag. But like I said, there's other people besides Mexicans out there, and I think a majority of them aren't really Mexican. It's just if it's this is the secret. If you say you're Mexican, it's closer to the United States than saying you're from Venezuela or Peru or anything like that.
Yeah, it's very true. And, you know, I think I saw statistics that even on some days, less than 1% of people coming across were Mexican. And, you know, it just makes you think.
We seen the caravan where it was driving through Mexico. Mexico just allowed them through. Like we were timing it when it was coming to the border, and they weren't. Their origin point wasn't even from Mexico. It's just the Mexican government just they're just driving through. We'll just let them, and they'll go to the United States. That's their problem.
Yeah, I just want to give a quick shout out. We have 35 people in the chat right now. I just want to say thank you all for stopping by. Please hit that thumbs up and subscribe. We're going to be doing a lot more streams like this every single week and covering news and stuff. And we actually do have to wrap it up here in 2 minutes.
I think it's going to be a long summer this summer. So, stay tuned to all your favorite opinion news journalist type people.
We will be covering all of it. We're going to be doing the regular Monday night streams as well as we do impromptu, just covering the news all the time here and there. So definitely feel free to check us out anytime. And we have to get the link for ABF's channel. We're going to be raiding into Off the Hip as we do every single week. Let me get the link for that. But while we do, let's do some quick outros. I hope Iron can make it back in time. If not, we have his link in the description. And Vagabond, tell people where they can find you. I have your link down below, but what you going to be up to?
So you'll see me on Twitter. I don't really share my Facebook, but I'm also on Instagram. If you want to see, now that you can see what people like, you'll see all of the Gooner material I like on and racism. And,
I like may be hentai on that.
Yeah, on Twitter. Well, actually, you probably see more feet than so white women and Asian women's feet. But other than that, you'll catch me on Fridays on Iron Oxide's channel. The weekly Rogues Gallery. I could probably vouch for him if he doesn't get back. It's every Friday, 8:35
go sub to that.
Eastern.
That's a great end of the week.
Yeah, and it's 5:35 p.m. Central, I think, or West Coast, I think. So Pacific, it's 5:35 p.m. I'm on there 8:35 p.m. Eastern time.
It's Saturdays, a good stream. You guys have a great group of people.
Yeah. Saturdays, I'm on the For the Homies podcast for on the Anime with the Homies, and then probably this Sunday my podcast starts. I swear it's not hentai. So
finally,
nice. But yeah,
you'll sub to the Runaway Vagabond then.
Yeah, follow me and and I'll announce the time and date and stuff like that for sure.
Awesome.
Can't
Well, we'll
wait.
definitely be checking you out. Thanks for coming on. I know it was last minute, but we appreciate it.
Oh yeah, that
And
was
especially
just,
you knowing the area more than a lot of us. It really gives us some insight and stuff. So
yeah.
it's pretty good. But Jeff, thank you for
Yo.
coming on. We appreciate get your opinion. Thank you for coming on. Last second, as always,
No,
we
no.
try to put it together.
Yeah,
You're
no,
a good
thanks for having
friend of
me,
the
always.
channel. We appreciate it. And tell people we've got your link below too. But tell people what you're up to and where they can find you.
Yeah, you can find me on X. You'll just find me under Jeff Up North or hit the link. My personal channel on YouTube, I talk about ancient Michigan and theories around the mining of the copper up here. And Tuesdays and Fridays, me and my buddies, we do the drink up. Tuesdays we're gaming. It's 7:30 Central, and Fridays our drink up live stream at 6 o'clock Central. So
Those are
swing on
fun
by.
streams. I can vouch for that. I tune into those every week as much as I can. And you have a great group of guys over there. That's a hilarious
thank you.
stream. So definitely recommend go sub to Drink Up. I got Jeff's links below. It's some good stuff you got going on. So look forward to seeing where that goes.
Appreciate it, man.
And Iron, thanks for stopping by. We appreciate it. You're a
Hey.
great guest. And I got your links below, but tell people where they can find you this week.
Oh my God, are we ending this soon? Oh shit!
We are. We got a raid into ABF. They're starting up. We're a 1 hour stream on Monday night. Yeah.
Oh the fuck. Okay. All right. You can find
They're limited.
man, fucking California riots, fucking with my internet. Anyway, you can find me over on Iron Oxide. Subscribe on YouTube and Rumble, just like it's spelled right there. Let's see.
Absolutely.
I also do Cavecast with Sammy Threepeat. Go subscribe to Sammy Threepeat. I also do Touch Grass with Theo Snodgrass. Go subscribe to Theo Snodgrass. And go subscribe to Vagabond because eventually we're going to have, I swear it's not hentai. This has been the thing we're all fucking
Been a
dying
long
for.
time coming.
He's been talking about it for months now, since last year.
God.
Yeah. But yeah, it'll be there. And also too, if you subscribe to Iron Oxide, get him to 1,000. Him and his wife Selena are going to have twins.
Nice.
Yeah.
For
Yeah,
chat.
apparently that's going to happen. We can just manifest that shit.
You have total
with
control over
1,000
the situation, right? Yeah,
right.
Totally.
Right. But if you want to
Cheers.
subscribe to my channel instead of Bat Sauce, that's also cool because Bat Sauce is a hack and he's a liar and he slanders Von Coleman, who actually is making great content. Unlike Bat Sauce, who sounds like Kermit the Frog. Fuck you, Bat Sauce. By the way, if you're not subscribed to Bat Sauce, you should be, even though he sucks.
Yeah, Bad Sauce is a cool guy. He stopped.
He's a
in these
piece of
streams
shit.
quite a
Let's
lot.
not. Yeah,
I know,
let's
I know,
not
yeah.
pretend like he's not. No,
You can be a cool piece of shit, I guess. There's possible. Iffy. We'll see. But yeah, definitely check those guys out. Vaughn, I was seeing Vaughn is posting some cool stuff. He's got some cool comics going on, so I gotta check that out.
Dude,
more.
Vaughn
For
shit is
sure.
legit, man. If you want
For sure.
real counterculture, good comic books, Phenomenova is incredible. It's
I'm
on
gonna
my
have to
top
check that
5.
out.
Dude, it's on my top 5. It's that good. It's like, ooh, it's actually better than like the things that we are all talking about. And I'm not
Of
going to
course,
go
yeah.
into fucking
I know.
details. You know what I'm saying? It's just like,
I know.
wow, this fucking
Yeah.
kid knocked it out of the park. It's a great story.
That's
Yeah, so
fantastic.
definitely
I'll be
get
checking
his
that out.
book.
We might have to talk
He's
about
going
it
to be
on
a
here sometime,
millionaire
for
by the
sure.
time he's 30. It's
Nice.
insane. It's that
I
good.
look forward to seeing that. Good group of people. Cornboy, where can people find you? We got your link below too.
Just on Twitter at Cornboy, and you and I will be guesting on Nerd Wars'
Tomorrow night.
Nerdspiracy, politics tomorrow evening. So everyone
Absolutely.
tune in tomorrow night, and I'll see you here next week.
Sounds good. Sounds like a plan. Thank you, everybody, for stopping by. And we will catch you next Monday night. Same place, same time. Have a good rest of your week.